Cruel Intentions, the 90s musical sizzles with powerhouse performances and a rousing score.
Okay, ready?
5 seconds before the performance.
Places, everybody!
Welcome to Theatre First with Alex First.
There's palpable excitement and anticipation in the theatre even before the metaphorical curtain rises. Once it does, Cruel Intentions is energetic and electrifying, oozing with sensuality and sexuality. It's slick, moving along at pace and milking the copious double entendres and physical interaction that are inherent to the script. The subject matter, manipulative youngsters behaving badly. Well, two in particular. It's based on the 1999 movie of the same name, which starred Sarah Michelle Gellar, Ryan Philippe and Reese Witherspoon. Teenagers Catherine Murtell, Kirby Burgess and Sebastian Valmont, Drew Weston, are promiscuous step-siblings. Murtell puts on an air of decency and responsibility. In reality, she's anything but. Valmont is all about increasing the number of notches on his belt, even when that means deflowering innocent young victims. The one he's never had, though, is Murtell, and he's hot for her. So she suggests a wager, and if he wins, that'll mean she'll put out. In the meantime, she wants to get her own back on a guy that dumped her. Valmont's challenge is to bed the pure, taken daughter of the new headmaster. Her name is Annette Hargrove, played by Kelsey Halge. The uninhibited storyline works magnificently with the up-tempo music score. I speak of popular 90s hits such as Genie in a Bottle, Kiss Me, Breakfast at Tiffany's, Man, I Feel Like a Woman, and that's in the first act alone. Thereafter follows I'll Make Love to You, Torn, Foolish Games, and Losing My Religion, to name but a few more. Even more than 20 years on from the film, the storyline still has bite and no shortage of titillation. I speak to the perceptions and expectations of men and women. The slut-shamer versus the stud. At its core is nihilism. I couldn't be more impressed by Kirby Burgess as Catherine Murtell than I was. Burgess is so dynamic and assured, fully capitalising on the toxicity that's the hallmark of her character. Vocally, she blows the roof off it, and that's not to overlook the athleticism that she brings to the role. Wow. Just wow. Drew Weston too milks the smooth but sleazy hunk persona of Sebastian Valmont for all it's worth. Weston gives an acting and vocal masterclass, exploiting facial expression to full effect. Kelsey Halge is triumphant as the sweet-natured Annette Hargrove. Sarah Khadija is a comic tour de force as the innocent but eager to learn Cecile Caldwell. She's an absolute scream. Her utterances and expressiveness delight. Valmont's friend Ross Cesari dines out on Blaine Tuttle's shocked body language as he gets together with readily manipulated jock Greg McConnell, an enthusiastic Joseph Spanty, who is in Valmont's pocket. Rishab Kern shines as music teacher Ronald Clifford, who bonds with his student Cecile Caldwell. Fem Belling makes the most of her featured role as the straight-laced and elitist Mrs. Caldwell, bringing out two sides to the latter's character. All 14 cast members and a terrific band under the direction of Daniel Puckey give it their all. That effort and enthusiasm is repaid in spades by an appreciative audience. With movement aplenty, characters are constantly on and off stage. Choreography is critically important in a work such as this. Choreographer Freya List has nailed it. I also love the constantly in motion set design with bright coloured lighting and words illuminated on the set. It's the work of set designer James Brown, lighting designer Declan O'Neill, and video designer Craig Wilkinson. Director Alistair Smith has done a superb job in elevating a fan favourite of the late 90s into what has all the makings of a cult classic. It's such a sassy and fun show. I could not get enough of it and would gladly see it again and again. Cruel Intentions, the 90s musical, is playing at the Athenaeum Theatre in Melbourne until the 5th of March 2023.
You've been listening to Theatre First with Alex First. Available at Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or your favourite podcast player. You can also stream on demand at Bytes.com.
This has been another quality podcast production from Bytes.com.